Hi friends, Chandrasekhar here again. Now, as we have seen, we have gone through Sun, Moon, Mars, and the great Mercury, the Prince. And now we are approaching the next Graha in the order of weekdays, which is Guru, Jupiter. So we have gone through the King, the Queen, and the Prince. We have also seen Mars, the commander-in-chief of the of the planetary cabinet, that is the commander-in-chief of Sun, if you may call it like that. And so now we are going to go out of the family of the King, because this entire thing is his inner circle. Of course, Venus, which comes later on, also is part of that inner circle, but it is not part of the family. Mars is the protector of this family. And so what we are now going to look at is Jupiter, one of the most important planets. It is large in size, as Guru itself means large. And as we have seen many a times, our stotras, the praise that is offered to any deity, including Grahas. Grahas are also considered as deities by Hindus. Also tell you something about that planet, because this is all backward integration of astrology and other 99 sciences with Puranas. So in Puranas, you many a times, including Mahabharata, Ramayana, and other epics which are called the Upavedas, the secondary Vedas, the secondary knowledge revealed, they contain many stotras, the praise of different planets, different gods, which contains something which is also of use to us as astrologers. So, the Navagraha Stotra says, Devanam cha Rishinam cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhi Bhutam Trilokeshu Tam Namami Brahaspatim, which means, O Brahaspati, I salute you. You are the teacher, the preceptor of both the rishis, the sages, and the gods. You appear to be like gold. You have the golden color, somewhat like the dress that I am wearing. I sometimes try to match the dress with the color of the planets. And Sannibham, now this is, many a times people think that this entire word Kanchana Sannibham means one who looks like gold. No, Nibha also means mountain. And remember that in astrology, Jupiter is considered to be Bruhat Gatra, one with large limbs or large body, even one who has substantial body, size of the body. So you can understand how all these things converge in essence. And Buddhi Bhutam Trilekoshu, one who is the intellect of all beings in all the three lokas. There is a concept of Patala, the what you call in English as hell. It is not hell. These are different lokas which are below the earth, supposed to be below the earth. They are basically different parts of our own system of body. Those who are into the spiritual side of it will understand the Shatachakra Bhedan and other things which happen. They start from the bottom and go on to top. So the lower levels are considered to be the Patal or the other lokas, and the heavens, which are basically in our own brain, but it also includes the heavenly bodies and others. And such a Brahaspati is Brahmanaspati. Actually, Brahmaspati became the Brahaspati. He was originally the priest, considered to be the priest of gods, who offered the oblations and other things, who knew how things are done. So knowledge, in short, is connected with Jupiter. Large body is also connected with Jupiter. Gold and the golden color is connected with Jupiter. So in astrological parlance, we can say Jupiter rules over these things. He rules over the intellect. Then what else does he represent? He represents Vasa. In a human body, he represents Vasa, that is fat. He also represents cysts. Anything which grows is ruled by Guru. Jupiter, and since even the embryo grows, and so therefore he is Karaka for progeny of the Jataka. He is also Karaka for Pati for women, for ladies. He is Pati, he represents the husband. Why? Because husband for them procreates the and also husband is supposed to protect his wife. He also gives the progeny, but he primarily is supposed to protect wife, at least in Hindu culture. Every culture has its own definition, and but even otherwise you will see that in culture may be any culture, but usually the husband takes care of the wife and the family, so he has a role to play. That is why Guru is also the Karaka for Guru, the preceptor, one who advises, one who gives us some good knowledge, is also Guru. Religion is also sometimes or many a times represented by Guru, because religious precepts are supposed to be part of our duties. And then, as we have seen, he is knowledge himself. He is financier. He is called Kubera, that is the financier of God. So this must always be understood. So finance, anything to do with finance, banking, all this come under domain of Guru. He is also a teacher. Teacher in the sense of one who teaches students, both as a profession, but he is also a consultant, because consultant also imparts knowledge. So whatever imparts knowledge also comes under the domain of Guru. Any growth, like even cysts. So when we consider the diseases, we must remember that cysts, different type of nodes, all these come under Guru's domain. His test is sweet. If I have not mentioned earlier, I think I have, but sometimes I miss. So we will repeat it again. Sun represents the bitter taste. Moon, salty taste. Lavana, they call it. Lavana means salt. Then Mars is thick. Buddha is mixed taste. Because as we have seen, Buddha is all pervasive. So everything he can, digest, or he likes it. He also rules, Jupiter rules fat. Also he rules Vasa, as we have said, the fat. And so he has different things which he can control, let us say. He rules growth, he has sweet taste, and all these things can be seen from the word Guru. Now, this sweet taste is very important for those who are interested in the medical side of astrology. See, Jupiter can also give diabetes, and when especially he aspects the 8th house, it is related to you can call it hereditary, or you can call it constitutional tendency, where a person can have problems of diabetes. Whereas when he aspects the 6th house, it could be something which is brought upon by stress, because in 6th house, when we see diseases of 6th house, we can generally see that they have more to do with something in which we are also a contributory factor. And so if you study how diabetes can come through, you can see that sometimes it is related to stress of a person. Jupiter or Guru also rules over house. Now this distinction has to be understood. Guru rules over house, but Mars rules over land, construction, building of something. So these things, though, of course, a house is built over a ground, but there is a small distinction between what is ruled by Mars and what is ruled by Jupiter. Because when we see property, so property also includes the landed property. It can include the farmland that you have, and it can include the house that you build over. Now this house part is Jupiter's domain. Also remember that 9th bhava is his house of his own house, that is Sagittarius, in the natural zodiac. Whenever I say natural zodiac, understand that you assume that Aries is the Lagna, and then so 9th will be Sagittarius. but still he also rules over the 12th house. That house, that is Pisces, is also owned by Jupiter, as we call it. That means he is the primary mover of doing anything, or he has some say in that area. And now you can see that religion and teaching, and in the 12th house it is bed pleasures against moksha, the final emancipation, not being attached to it. Both the things are controlled by Jupiter. As I was saying, the religious things, the religion or the duty of a guru is to impart knowledge, whether money comes or not. But when in 9th house, he is generally a good teacher, and he can have teacher as his career, as in employed in, say, some colleges or schools or whatever, and he is fine with it. The same guru going to the 11th house also imparts knowledge, but he could be a consultant, or he could teach free of cost. And if he accepts money for his teaching, generally it will be observed that he is not considered to be a good teacher by his student, because somehow or other his mind is not very comfortable with the idea of taking money for teaching. So in 10th house he can represent. So 9, 10th, 11 also can relate to banks or banking industry. It can be any financial industry. It can also be consultancy. And this is how we should look when we try to analyze the chart from the point of view of Jupiter. And the last thing that I want to rather tell is, there is always a concept that since Guru is good, he protects everybody, and so his aspect is of course good. There is no doubt. When he aspects any bhava, he fortifies that bhava. That concept I think I also talked about in the lecture on Buddha, because Buddha's aspect also does that. Naturally, see, if you are quick at grasping, or if you have got the intelligence is basically area of the true knowledge, rather not intelligence. I would say intelligence and grasping can go to Buddha, whereas knowledge of something, the deep knowledge of something, is area of Guru. And so if you have any bhava has knowledge about what he should do or not do in that particular area, is going to be fortified. However, one must remember that occupation of a bhava by a guru is said to harm that bhava itself. Now, how we have seen in our lecture on Buddha what happened with Guru when Tara was with him, his spouse was with him, he could not protect her from the lusty and sort of behavior of moon, nor her elopement. However, once he left him, and we can assume that now he is aspecting her, he protected her, brought her back, even protected her progeny. So you have to understand this part of. So this can be said to be an exception to every rule. See, every rule has an exception, and astrology, rather Vedic astrology, being a specific science, I would call it almost a finite science, which goes on changing with time. That I talk about sometimes, where it is mentioned that it will change with time. That is why they have said that you should analyze the chart from the point of, after taking into consideration the Desha, Kala and Patra. Desha means the country or the culture where he is, the individual, because individuals have different ideas or different capacities. Somebody might be lame, somebody might have some special skills. And the Kala, the times about which, or times in which you are talking. So once upon a time, when we had to give message, like in marathon, that a great person ran about, I think, 14 miles, if my memory serves me right, or 28 miles, to deliver a message and save his country. Whereas now you will lift a cell phone and call somebody. So the same communication has been transformed because of the times. And even then, there would still be some people who would like to go themselves and convey a message. So Patra has also to be taken into consideration. The countries have to be taken into consideration, because there could be some countries where the Wi-Fi network or the mobile network is not available even in this age. So if that person comes from that side, we can't say that he will be doing some applications in wireless technology or whatever, because his country or where he stays doesn't have those facilities. Isn't it? It doesn't mean he would not do it, but we have to understand this in the right perspective. So, I was telling about every rule having an exception in astrology. Any science will always have rules, and when there are rules, as they say, every rule has an exception. It has to, that exception rather proves that there is a rule. Otherwise, there is no empirical formula in this world. Even in astrology, we have to understand that when we say X planet in X house will do this, it is not empirical. It is subject to all other conditions, all other influences coming on that house. Its own lord being influenced by something else. The time involved. That is why we have got the system of Vinshottari Dasha to define when whatever is promised will likely happen or not happen. So those influences. So now I think I have made it amply clear how this is a science of time and actions and then the results. So as I was saying about Jupiter, he does harm, but being a naturally benefic planet, the harm is not in a cruel manner, let us say. He is a Brahmin. Brahmins are supposed to be imparters of knowledge. They are supposed to teach. That is their duty. They are not supposed to take money for it. That is why he is many a times not very comfortable when accepting money for teaching, especially in the ninth house. But in ninth house, remember, he is an excellent teacher because his occupation of ninth damages that dharma to some extent. He still does his work of teaching, but he accepts money for it. Okay? So this is one. Then the stronger that Jupiter is, the harm is even more, and that is, see, you can see in aphorism which says that in fifth house, Guru causes damage or harm or delay in getting progeny. If in Sagittarius, less progeny, and if it occupies Pisces, progeny with great difficulty, and if in Cancer, no progeny. That is but this also, as I said, has to be taken in the right perspective. That would happen if the bhava is also damaged, the bhava lord is also damaged, and there are so many other things, and to make a tango, so even the wife will have something. Then Guru also, as I was saying, he is the one who reproduces, and he is the one who gives you cysts and nodes and whatever. And so Jupiter aspecting the sixth house and some other harm to the sixth house could indicate sometimes ovarian cyst, especially if Jupiter is in the 12th house or some house which is negative and which slightly takes away from his strength to deliver, because that ova has to get detached from the ovary and flow through the fallopian tube for it to reach the proper place and something to happen. And I will not go into the reproduction system and other things. That is not my domain, but those who are the doctors who understand it. So in such cases, advise checking for ovarian cysts, because that is where problem might lie. So having understood that, I hope now the time is about 18 minutes as I see, and that is a long period. I would not go beyond this. And so gulma, anything that grows, any nodes, any cysts, all those come under Jupiter's domain. And never imagine that since Jupiter protects house aspected, if he is aspecting the 6th or the 8th house, there would not be any disease. No, those diseases would be related to Guru. In case of males, it could aspecting the 8th house could be even like at my age, he could indicate prostate gland problems. In case of women, it could be uterine cysts or growth or whatever. So having, I think this is enough for the small time slot that we get to explain everything. As we say, he is Patikaraka for women, he is Karaka for progeny, he is also Karaka for religion and knowledge and preceptor. So 5, 7 and 9, all these houses, in a way, he is Karaka in different forms for different people. So because for 7th, he is not Karaka for males, he is only Patikaraka for the spouse, Karaka for husband, not for spouse in general. And so my friends, I trust I have been able to explain some facets of Guru, which are sometimes talked about, not talked about explicitly, not written explicitly in the our texts, but they are all implied, because we should read all the, the, I would prefer that if people also read the Puranas to understand more about it, and also the Jyotish, and try to correlate the principles which appear in different forms there. And so, thank you very much, my friends. As usual, I expect your comments, both appreciations and criticism. Rather, the criticism teaches me perhaps more, or questions if you want to ask. I will try to answer. But please remember, this is not a channel for predictions. So, I'm sure you will excuse me if I don't predict for you when you ask in the comment part of it, and you understand my position. There is, of course, my website is there, jyotishteachings.com, where if something really serious, you can always ask questions there. I'll try to respond. My books are down below in the description. I'll try to give the links to places where from my books could also be bought if you like. It is not necessary for you to purchase the books, because all classics like Brihad Parashar, Hora Shastra, Jatak Parijata, Faladipika, and so on do tell about it. In my books, I have to try to give my impression and my logic behind what is being said in the text, and how I view it, or rather how I interpret it. And so, my friends, I shall take your leave and see you in the next lecture, which will be on Venus, the planet next in order of the weekdays. Till then, goodbye.